Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome back to our channel, that is Biram Mallesham. Today let us know about the crop production and management, that is also known as production of food from plants. When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called as crop. The process of growing crops is called as agriculture. Let us know more about agriculture. Crops which take a minimum of 180 days or more for harvesting are called as long-term crops. And then crops which take a minimum of 100 days for harvesting are called as short-term crops. Let us know somewhat about kharif crops and rabi crops. The crops grown in rainy season are called as kharif crops. Examples of some kharif crops are rice, corn, soybean, sugarcane, groundnut and cotton. Then goes to crops that are grown only in winter season is called as rabi crops. Examples of rabi crops are wheat, oat, chickpea, mustard, almond and broccoli. Short day plants flower when they are exposed to day length shorter than the critical maximum period. Long day plants flower when they are exposed to day longer than the critical minimum period. Short day plants are also called as long night plants. Long day plants are also known as short night plants. Like, share, subscribe to our channel. Cultivation of crops involves several agriculture practices. They are ploughing and leveling, sowing seeds, manuring and fertilizer, irrigation, weeding, harvesting and storing of crops. First is ploughing. Definition of ploughing is the process of loosening and turning the soil is called ploughing or tilling. Before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to loosen and turn the soil in the fields as to break it to the size of the grains, which is done with the help of three main implements or tools to plough or hoe and cultivator. This is the modern method and old method of ploughing. And next one is advantages of ploughing. Advantages of ploughing are ploughing helps in easy entry of water into soil and water spreads in all directions. The surface area of soil increases and retains more water. Roots easily can penetrate deep into the soil and spread in all directions, which help in easy absorption of nutrients. Ploughing also enhances aeration, which helps in respiration. Maintains uniform temperature and also kills the harmful insects. Since only a few centimeters of the top layers of soil support plant growth, turning and loosening of soil brings the nutrient rich to the topsoil. Some foy microorganisms, insects, eggs come out and die due to sun rays. And next one is leveling. This is the old method of leveling, and then if we see, this is the modern method of leveling by using tractors. And then sowing of seeds. Sowing is defined as the process of placing the seeds in soil to germinate and grow into a plant. This is the old method used to sow seeds, and this is seed drill used in modern days. Then paddy planter used to plant the paddy. Then is manuring. For sustainable organic farming, organic manuring is important. Manure is the decomposed form of dead plants and animals which is applied to the soil to increase production. It is the natural form of fertilizer and it is cost effective. The human and animal excrete is also used as manure. The livestock manure is rich in nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. Next one is fertilizers. This is the picture of man spraying fertilizer in crop. Fertilizers are chemical substances supplied to the crops to increase their productivity. These are used by the farmers daily to increase the crop yield. The fertilizers contain the essential nutrients required by the plants, including nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. Next one is irrigation. Supply of water to crop at appropriate intervals is called as irrigation. Now let us see some types of irrigation. First one is furrow irrigation. In this system, the plants will be on elevated ridges alternating with furrows. The water flows in these furrows. It is commonly adopted for sugarcane and vegetable crops. Next one is furrow irrigation. Now, furrow irrigation, picture of furrow irrigation. Next one is basin irrigation. In this method of irrigation, the field is just filled with water as in the case of paddy. Canals, tanks and wells are the water resources in most of the areas of our state. Farmers dig small canals from tank to field to supply water. This is the picture of basin irrigation. Modern methods of irrigation are sprinkler system of irrigation. In the sprinkler method of irrigation, water is supplied into the air and allowed to fall on the ground surface somewhat resembling rainfall, means same like rainfall. The sprayer is developed by the flow of water under pressure through small orifices or nozzles. This is the picture of sprinkler irrigation. Next one is drip irrigation. This method is employed when the availability of water is poor. As water reaches plants drop by drop, it is called as drip irrigation. It consists of a long tube followed by small tubes attached to a motor. Holes are made in the tubes so that water comes out from the holes. The holes are arranged in such a way that it provides water exactly to the place where plant roots could receive water. It is the best system of watering fruit plants, gardens and trees. This is the picture of drip irrigation. Next one is weeding. The unwanted plants that grow in between crops is called as weeds. The process of removal of such unwanted plants is called weeding. This is the picture of man removing weeds, that is weeding. Weeding or weed control is the process of removing unwanted plants from crop fields. Weeding is essential. Weeds tend to compete with the crops for food, space, water and light and greatly reduce the crop yield. Next one is harvesting of a crop. Harvesting is cutting off crop after it is matured. The season of harvesting brings a lot of happiness as this is the time when the hard work of farmer brings results. Harvesting can be done manually using a sickle or with the machine called harvester. Then comes to storing of crops. The process of effectively keeping away pests and microorganisms from harvested agricultural products to avoid spoilage is called storage. To reduce to the barest minimum food spoilage caused by pests and microorganisms so that enough food will be available for consumption all year round. Mostly farmers use granaries to store their crops. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.